Hello and welcome back to Cosmic Nudge English. If you have been wondering what the other person is thinking about the emotional separation or the no contact situation that you all are currently going through, then this video is for you. This video is relevant for all those connections with whom you no longer you are no longer in touch with, or you talk very less, like far less than what you all used to, or you all feel completely separated. It could be an ex, it could be a friend, it could be a colleague, a family member, a teacher, anybody. So this the purpose of this video is to understand what they think, so that we get real insights and closure to feel empowered enough to deal with our life situations better. We will also be looking at the future that this connection currently holds. So please keep that person on your mind. Okay, think about that person, and using your intuition, choose a card between these three. It can be more than one card. See which card really calls to you, resonates with your frequency and vibration. Take your time, pause the video. It could be one card, two cards, or all three. Okay, I am putting the timestamps right in the description box, so you don't need to watch the entire lengthy video. You can just go to the description and click on that one pile that you have chosen and start watching. Also, I do upload mini tarot readings on Instagram on Cosmic Nudge English. And if you are well versed with the Hindi language, then I have Cosmic Nudge Hindi on Instagram and YouTube as well. So, without wasting any further time, let's get started. If you have chosen this card, then this is going to be your reading. I've already shuffled the cards for you and laid them down so that we can get going. So, there was a particular situation between the two of you wherein the person feels that they were quite submissive, and you were very, very confident about a particular situation. So, somewhere you had an upper hand in this situation, and they felt extremely humiliated, and they wanted you to know that somewhere they are important. Okay, they do feel nostalgic. They often think about the old times that you all spent together, and somewhere they feel that because of you being too overly critical, you rejected them, and they feel quite disrespected at this particular point. Also, they are feeling emotionally too drained out. They don't see any sort of future with you at the moment, because they are like too disappointed about whatever happened between the two of you. Earlier they used to somewhere see a secured future with you. They could, they were looking forward to spending a secured future with you in some manner, but because of some situation, a certain situation, now they feel that it is highly unlikely for y'all to patch up and be together in the future happily, and in an emotionally content manner. Okay, um your feelings towards this person currently is that you are somewhere ready to explore different ways to find stability in the particular situation. So you're open to, exploring different methods and techniques in order to find some sort of resolution, to resolve the situation, to reconcile, to actually build something on a stable foundation, on a more stable foundation. And you are not um, being miserly about putting your effort. Okay, you are okay with putting whatever it takes, with putting the effort. You want to reap the results anyhow, and you are quite patient with it. So it's okay somewhere for you to put in whatever it takes, all the efforts, so that the fruits come out whenever they are supposed to. Okay, you're not impulsive, or you're not impatient about getting the results or getting the fruits. You are ready to be quite patient about it, but you are somewhere exploring different ways to build a stable foundation, or to get some sort of stability in this particular relationship. So there's an energy of stability, okay, that you want to bring in this connection. About them, they somewhere feel that you cheated on them, okay, you did something that was highly unfair, and you shouldn't have done certain things that you did. Okay, so they are quite disappointed about it, because when you like whenever the situation happened, when they felt so low, so exhausted, so done with it, okay, when they felt so hopeless, at that time, after that particular situation, everything collapsed for them in a way. Okay, they sort of felt like their foundation wrecked, everything happened very suddenly, very unexpectedly, and a destruction sort of happened, which is quite irreparable in their mind. Okay, they feel that this cannot be repaired, this cannot, like, nothing good can come out of it, because the damage is too much, okay, way too much to be recovered. um any other information? Just a second there, I just got this intuitive insight of opening the pile. Okay, what is the how does the person think and feel about pile number one currently? The passion is too much. There are a lot of feelings that they have for you. If I could go back in time, I would handle us differently. So they are definitely very, very disappointed with whatever happened between the two of you. Drama and I am the man. Okay, so somewhere now they want to dominate the situation. So, in whatever way, if this is a no contact situation and this reading is about no contact or separation, any which way, since they were feeling submissive in the past, okay, now they are trying to dominate the situation. Passively, could be actively, but I'm getting more in a passive tone. So the reason why they don't want to probably talk as much or be in contact as much is because through drama they can basically dominate the situation. Okay, so they definitely wanted things to happen in a different manner in the past, and they feel very, very, very passionate towards you. So these are their current feelings. And what is the future? What is the future of this relationship? Let's see. What is the future of the relationship between pan number one and the person on the mind? What is the future between the two of them? Oh, okay, interesting. Mm-mm. It's it's the devil reversed with the lovers reversed, like two completely opposite cards, both in reversals. Okay, so if I just split the two cards, I can just let you know the meaning of the two, and then if it's necessary, and then probably we can go ahead with the reading. Okay. Okay. So somewhere it feels like there's because of the passion, yeah, because of the passion, because the devil card and the lovers card both talk about intense passion. Okay, both are highly passionate cards. The devil obviously being the negative part or the negative version of passion, and the lovers being the positive one. Okay, so now we have both in reverse. So the devil in reverse usually talks about, the card in itself usually talks about getting out of unhealthy habits, unhealthy patterns, unhealthy belief systems, rigidity, attachments. Okay, and the lovers reversed talks about a relationship, a loving relationship going through turmoil. going through a lot of turmoil. Okay, so this is the opening card of this particular spread, which confirms that the relationship that you have with the person, most probably for most of the viewers, it's a lover, it's a romantic relationship. If not, then it could be you could be inquiring about somebody whom you had extremely strong feelings of love and affection. Okay, so, this talks about that in the future, there's going to be a very interesting turn of events happening between the two of you, wherein there's a third thing coming up unexpectedly. Okay, there's something like, usually, whenever we are in separation or whenever we are in no contact, there are only two possibilities that we look at mainly. One is falling in love again, one is reconciliation, and the other one is being completely separated forever. Okay, and feeling completely indifferent eventually. But over here, it seems like there's going to be a third option popping up, which is going to be a unique blend of the two. Okay, now you may or may not understand this message, because, and it is very, very likely somewhere I'm getting that I'm not supposed to unravel the entire message as it is, because the process of you approaching this particular point is going to be extremely insightful for you. And I don't want to take away from the learning lessons that you will be somewhere gaining in your journey. Okay, but I will do peep into the depths, whatever, like, wherever I can and I should be, okay, wherever I feel I should. So it seems like it has to do something with managing your vibrations, your with your actions and your temperament in some manner. Okay, so in the future, there's going to happen a certain event where y'all will discover, the two of you will discover that y'all were in a different zone, in a maze, in a complication altogether, which y'all thought was healthy, which y'all thought was reapful. I'm getting the word reapful. I don't think there's a word called reapful, but with that which is fruitful and reaping. Okay, so the blend of the two. And soon you all are going to realize, not soon, but in the future, you all are going to realize that whatever pattern that you all were stuck in individually was extremely harmful, which led to this particular separation and issues. And you all are going to realize it for sure, even the person on your mind, the two of you. It is going to be a learning game for the two of you. So you all are going to learn it in partnership. Even if you all are not going to be in touch at that moment, parallelly, the lesson is going to begin on the same day itself. And then little by little, you all start seeing the shadow selves within you, with within what the snakes that lie within. And you all will, now that will be a test, that will be a test whether you all will be still looking into the waters, like looking into the reality in a very stable manner, and taking the right actions, being courageous enough to take the right actions. Because the very fact that the separation happened, or the contact reduced, or there's no contact, is so that you all start reflecting on the self. You all were too much involved, attracted, or too much obsessed with the presence of the other, that you all were overlooking certain aspects that needed attention. So you all are going to bit by bit look at, and most probably you all will gain that courage. Okay, especially the viewers, especially you all will gain that courage to look at your shadow self as it is, and see what can be done. Whereas the other person will struggle more to look at the reality. They will realize it, but then they will choose not to peep into it as much. And that can be visible in the form of arrogance. So that will manifest in the form of arrogance. But then you will do the inner work, and you will help the other person get out of their clutches. You will gain that strength through patience, through strength. You can actually help the other person to start moving forward. Okay, to start moving forward. So we have the card here. Okay, you all will get out of the clutches. You all will realize your individuality, the individual shadow self that you all held. Okay, you all will see bit by bit what needs to be done, the shadow aspects and the self, and you will start taking action, especially you, the viewer. Okay, whereas the other person might feel scared the moment they look at their shadow self, and that can get manifested in the form of ignorance and arrogance. Okay, then you will help this person to actually get out of the clutches completely. That will require strength and immense patience from your end. You will need to be very, very humble and very, very nurturing towards this person to help them get out. Once you all are able to do this successfully, okay, once you all are able to, because by this point, by the time they reach this point, you all reach this point, this person will be done with having control in the situation. They will feel completely out of control. And even if they want to then do something about it, they won't be able to do anything about it. Okay, so there's going to be an external situation which can come into picture where they will struggle with the situation, and you can come in to rescue this person out of the situation. This will create balance between the two of you. They will feel as though justice has been served, because right now they are feeling as though there's a lot of injustice and unfairness that happened between the two of you. And then things will move forward. Then things will move forward between the two of you. They will come out of the illusion during this situation. Remember this card. Okay, so this is an external situation, this is you, this is them, and they will come out of the illusion at that point of time, and they will find themselves feeling more balanced emotionally. What is the situation going to be like? What is the external situation that is going to come in, which is going to harm this person? External situation. Oh, lots and lots of cards fell, but I will take the first card itself, and that's cheating. Okay, so they might soon realize that somebody else cheated on them, or somebody else is being unfair to them, or somebody, the entire situation, probably the situation that caused the separation or no contact, there was somebody involved, a third party involved in it, probably causing some sort of confusion and misunderstanding. So for a few people, it could be a person whom they think that they are like, there's a person in their life, and they feel that this person has good intentions towards them, and then later they might, realize that it wasn't the case, and they might feel completely stuck, while that this person would be somewhere, playing their game on them. And then you could come to rescue them, and they would then, all the illusions would go away. Okay, either that's the case, or what is the situation? Or it could be that they realize a pattern. Due to some situation, they realize a toxic pattern, belief system that they have in mind, and they will try to come out of it, but they will find themselves not coming out of it, and then they will realize that you weren't as negative as they thought you'd be. And then they will start exploring certain. Okay, so we got this card again. So they will then start exploring different ways to establish a stable connection with you, a stability with you, to bring in this energy of stability with you, and to share the emotions, to even receive what you have for to offer them. So they will then become quite receptive to whatever you want to give to them. Okay, this and also, now that I looked at the main card, it's written here: a mystical encounter will change your path, be prepared. So there's going to be a change coming soon, surely, definitely. Okay, I'm getting 9 months for some people. And yeah, so they will be open to what you have to offer to them. And they will admit that they were somewhere not, they were thinking unreasonably, or they because they couldn't see what's in store in the future, they were feeling confused, they were feeling unclear, and they couldn't handle it. Okay, and then they will be open, they will openly communicate all these thoughts to you. They will openly uh they will open their mind. Okay, they will not close their mind from your energy, from what you have to offer, your presence, your thing. Okay, and they will be ready to get out of this feeling of being completely stabbed, because after this situation, after this card, there's nothing more to lose, because everything is lost, right? So after this particular card, things start to become better. So yeah, but then by saying that, this card also means that there will be a situation wherein this person will reach this point, okay, of complete collapse, of complete stagnation, of complete breakdown. So please do take care of them, okay, whenever you can. And let's draw a card whether you should initiate conversation with them or not. Okay, because I just got this feeling of doing this particular uh, reading. So, should pile number one initiate conversation or communication with this person? Should they initiate any sort of contact with the person on their mind? Should they or shouldn't they at this point? Wait. Okay, wait. So there are two cards that came up. This card is about waiting and watching. Just wait and watch. Okay. There will come a time where you can proceed, you can progress. Things will, basically, the situation will progress. You will know. You will know. But at the moment, you are being told to wait and watch. Just wait and watch. Okay. You will know when the time is right, whether you are supposed to do it or not, how you're supposed to do it if you are, or otherwise, chances are that this person might also approach you. Okay, the situation itself might turn up in a manner wherein you don't have to initiate. So there's going to be change, good change, progress for sure, because this is a victory, celebration, progress card. So it's going to happen for sure. But at the moment, please just wait and watch. Okay. So, if you like this reading, please do like, share, and follow Cosmic Nudge English. And also, if you found any of the messages helpful, then do recommend this channel with whoever you think would benefit from it. And thank you so much. Take care and bye bye. If you have chosen this card, then this is going to be your reading. To save time, I've already shuffled and laid out the cards for you. So I can just begin with the reading right away. So it seems like the person on your mind feels quite disappointed with you, and they somewhere feel that you are jealous. You are quite jealous, and you are very passionate, probably very competitive. And you can even resort to diplomacy if need be, very confidently. Okay. And due to some reason, they feel quite disrespected, and they feel very, very distant from you. They want to keep some sort of space or some sort of distance between the two of you for sure. Okay. You in this situation, you are not able to move on emotionally from them, even though you know that this relationship or this person no longer serves you in any way, and it is best to move on, but you are not able to move on emotionally. okay, from this connection. And somewhere you feel that probably there's still some scope for you to give to this person, to give to this relationship. And it's okay for you to be the one who gives more into it. And you're like, fine, it's okay, like if I have it, I have it. I'm okay with giving whatever it takes to this relationship and this connection. So you're somewhere being overly giving to the connection, to be honest. Even though if you're separated, not talking, not in much contact, usually you have this tendency, especially in this connection, even earlier, if you reflect in your past, that you were the one who used to usually give without having any sort of accounts in mind, okay, without keeping any books or any records. um More or less, in most of the times, you do have a very strong sense of opinions, strong sense of right and wrong beliefs, and you're very clear about your thought patterns usually. Okay, you're a person who wants to have a very clear mind, have a very strategic approach, and be very masculine about thinking things. So being very, logical about things, being rational, and not shying away from thinking and communicating whatever you think about, because you give everything a very good thought, like a very well thought. Okay, so everything that you say, you communicate, it comes after a series or a process of thinking from different angles and dimensions. Okay, um you are quite optimistic. You feel that somewhere, things can happen randomly, even though you're not too close minded about any changes in this connection. You somewhere feel that probably there could be certain changes happening randomly, or if things are supposed to happen, they can happen any which way. So even though you are quite logical about things, you're not close minded when it comes to things popping up randomly, things happening just by chance. Okay, because you know that things that pop up randomly and happen by chance also have some logic preceding it. Okay, so you know that, so you're, quite open about it, quite creative about it. You're okay with, you somewhere feel that if things have to go right in this connection, it can happen randomly and suddenly. Okay, even though it doesn't seem such at the moment, you are quite open about it. You're open to new possibilities. Now this person on your mind basically feels like they shouldn't be taking any action at the moment. Okay, because there's a lot of uh, undercurrent energy of agitation that I can see in this person. Okay, so they don't want to move ahead in taking any sort of action with you at the moment. And also they somewhere feel that they don't want to open up in front of you, and they feel that you are quite open to them, like you usually tend to open up to them a lot, quite a lot sometimes, which also makes them quite uncomfortable. I'm getting a feeling, I don't know, but sometimes you used to like you used to be like too open for people to digest properly. Okay, so this person doesn't want to open up to you. They want to keep themselves closed off and distant from you, because somewhere they feel that your energy is too bright, too overwhelming, too much, way too much, that can burn them. Okay, so they have just passed this judgment, they have taken this strong decision of just waiting and watching, but clearly they don't want this connection to move forward. Okay, they are resisting it, they don't want this connection to move forward. Now what is the future of this connection? Let's see the future. Oh, future of this connection. Mhm. Okay, last card. Okay. So it seems like currently you're in that zone of overgiving, of nurturing. Okay, clearly you are a nurturer. When it comes to your personality, you're somebody who is open to nurturing, who is open to giving more in relationships. And you look quite beautiful as well. Okay, with the Empress card, you're extremely beautiful. Um, and you have this. I'm getting a sense that you have a very polite voice, okay, polite way of speaking. Probably people might have complimented you in the past that the way you speak is very polite, very nurturing, very soft, nice. Okay, randomly I'm getting that, but yeah, it's true. So it seems like in the future you will realize that somewhere you being too open was actually, sometimes you're supposed to draw certain boundaries. Okay, you're not supposed to be so open, so vulnerable. You will realize that somewhere being like trusting the universe, trusting how the way things go, versus being over trusting towards people is a different thing. Okay, so it is good to trust the universe, it is good to trust the process of life, to trust how things work. Okay, be open, having faith in it, it is something really good. But then trusting everybody without sensing their energies is an act, like it's foolish basically. Okay, it's an act of the fool, I'm getting. So somewhere you will realize that there's a difference, there's a fine line between having faith and being completely blind. Okay, playing dumb basically. Though you have a lot of smartness, I don't want to I don't want to negate the point that you are a very smart person. Like I said, you are, you are very clear about how you think, how you communicate, very logical, a strategic way of thinking, very nice. Okay, you have that, you have a lot of mastery on your mind in general, your mind and your communication. But there's this one lesson that you need to learn, which you will understand in future, that this is my strength, I need to make this my strength, not my weakness. Not my weakness. So I will better sense energies before I do anything about it. So before I go with this process, this personality, this way of living, I should first listen, I should first try to sense the energies that the other person is bringing in, or the energies of the surrounding in general. That should be my step number 1, and this will be my step number 2. Okay, at the moment or till now, this was your step number 1, that this is right and wrong, this is how you're supposed to think, this is how you're supposed to communicate, this is who I am, and this is, you know and this is going to be for everybody, I'm going to be the same for everybody. But then now you will realize that this is your strength, not your weakness, so you don't deserve to fall. Okay, so the number one thing, a little bit of adjustment that you will do because of your strategic thinking, that you will first put point number 1 as sensing energies, and point number 2 as this. Okay, um where's that card? Okay. Okay, so you are going to soon realize that. Okay, there's I'm also getting a point, okay, intuitive, like a psychic download, that you will uh get to hear something, you will get to hear something which is not going to be pleasing, and it will make you realize about this particular thing that I'm talking about. Something about them you're going to listen from a third party, and it's not going to be pleasing, and it will open your eyes, and probably you will come back to this reading. um and while I was talking, I don't know why in this pile I'm just making a lot of noise, like from I'm rubbing my slippers on the chair, I don't know why, which is making a very unusual noise, like a creaking noise. But then now that I said this point, it makes a lot of sense that it's going to be very weird, something you're going to hear which is going to be weird, which is going to be random, which is going to be, so you are currently expecting things to become better randomly, but then you will hear something randomly about that person from a third party, and that will make you realize about this particular thing. that I am talking about. Okay. And then you will withdraw and you will contemplate about the situation in a very uh, peaceful, like in a stable, grounded manner. You will have a grounded approach towards it. You're going to keep everything quiet. You're not going to discuss it with a lot of people. It's going to be an internal discussion, very private, okay, in your own zone. You will actually think about the things and you will start drawing a picture as to how you're supposed to approach the situation, how you're supposed to actually think about the situation. And more than think about the situation, it is how you are supposed to feel about this person. Feel. So you will start sketching, you will start contemplating and making a sketch as to how you are now going to start feeling about this person and this connection. Okay. While you will be doing this particular activity, the rest of the things will be taken care of. Like, for example, if it's going to be your office space, I'm giving you an example, okay? Because I'm getting a vision like you're, this is not going to be literal for everybody, but I'm trying to tell you where this thought is coming from. So I got a vision of somebody sitting in their own cabin, okay, office cabin, and then thinking about how to think about this person, okay, drafting their own thing. Whereas the work, whatever work that has to be done in the office is being done, it is being taken care of by other people, or it is happening in the background. So you will get enough time and space to actually think, contemplate and sketch how you're supposed to feel about the person. Okay. So at that particular point of time, so even if you're going to be busy doing something, you will get that time and space in between whatever the work and everything at that particular, that 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever. You will not have to focus on what you're doing. You can channelize your energy over, is what I'm getting. Okay. And then you're going to feel very relaxed. You're going to feel extremely relaxed. You're going to be like, oh my god, thank goodness, thank goodness that this happened. I got to know. Thank goodness. Wow. I want to relax now. I want to treat myself now. Okay. You could you could treat yourself probably in a hot shower, like being in the bathtub, relaxing, or you would, immediately you would feel like going somewhere and eating something that nourishes you, your soul, your body. You would feel like doing a particular activity which makes you celebrate knowing this and changing your course of emotions. Okay. It will make you feel very fresh, rejuvenated. It will bring in optimism in your life, about life, because you will be like, oh my God, wow, I'm so lucky. The stars aligned. I'm so lucky that I got to know about it, and I got it. Probably you'll come back to the tarot reading and be like, I got the sign as well. So life is being highly supportive of me. It is supporting me, it is taking care of me. And it will bring in optimism and hope about life in general, because you'll be like, okay, I was saved, or I am being saved, or somewhere I am getting those breadcrumbs to follow, which is leading me to a more better path, freer, and non toxicity I'm getting. Okay, non toxicity. So, probably you might take some time off as well, like I said. Okay. Like this emperor, okay, emperor, not sitting on the throne, just chilling, just, rejoicing and relaxing. So probably you'll just take some time off, could be even half an hour, 45 minutes break or whatever, just to feel and enjoy and chill. Could be even listening to nice music, or, humming. And as soon as I said humming, I have never seen this bird on the card ever. It's the hummingbird. It's the hummingbird. Okay, so as soon as I said humming, I just looked at that bird and it's the hummingbird. So So you will feel like humming. Even if you don't, you will, that feeling that you will get after this particular situation or whatever, that this revelation, you're going to feel like humming. And was it your deck that I was humming while shuffling the cards? Was it your pile? I think it was your pile. Like before I was shuffling, before I took out all these cards, I usually don't, sorry, I usually don't, hum or, sing or whatever. But then, yeah, I was doing that, I think. It was your pile. So big confirmation. Okay. And then, yeah, so there will be a new set of, so you will then come up with a new set of thinking about this particular situation. And also I'm getting that there's going to be a new communication coming in from somebody else altogether. So a new person coming in, or a new or a normal person, some new communication, some. Okay, wait, need not be necessarily true for everybody that it's going to be a new person. It could be a new person for some people, or it could be any person random. Okay, mostly I'm getting somebody who's not usually so close to you. Could be a random colleague, could be a random somebody whom you just know. Okay, but like not so super close to you. Probably they might come in and say something to you. Okay, just once they might just come in and say something to you, and that would change your, like, that would distract you, like whatever you're thinking and feeling about this person and this connection, somehow using that or hearing that, you will just get distracted and keep and think about that other thing. Okay, and it's not going to be negative, don't worry. Okay, it's going to be neutral. Probably it's going to be neutral, but something else will occupy your mind then. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. Something else will occupy your mind, some other sort of communication. Could be a meeting, could be, something happened. I'm getting like somebody will say that something happened, or something happened with this person, can you look into it, something like that. Okay, where they will need your help or guidance or whatever, something like that. Light-hearted, neutral, but somebody might come in and be like, okay, this happened or something happened to this person, can you look into it? And then I'm getting that you will omit with the Chariot and King of Wands reversed with the Emperor reversed, the Magician with the High Priestess. Okay, about this connection, this person on your mind is going to feel energetically more bruised, okay, in their life. So usually they were somebody who used to keep progressing at a good level, okay, had some sanity, had some progress still in their life, but then they are going to get stuck, and they will, stop progressing at that particular pace that they used to, because of too many negativities just latching onto their aura. I never say such things, but I'm getting that. Okay, so they might feel like too bruised and too bad. So it's better if you stay away at the moment in this connection, in case y'all are not, because then you have this tendency, because of being like nurturing and everything, like a mother figure. Oh, sorry, like a mother figure, that you might take on their negative energy. Okay, so they'll be going through this, dealing through this situation, and understand that whatever that they will be dealing, they have to deal it alone. They have to, because that's their learning lesson as well. That's their personal spiritual lesson as well. So in order for them to develop further, to grow more in life as a person spiritually, they have to, do it alone and go through this dark phase. And this is going to this particular situation has come in their life, so that they deal with it alone and they evolve spiritually. Okay, so it's for their spiritual evolution. If you were in contact with this person, or deeply connected to this person, you would have somewhere unconsciously hindered this their progress by trying to help them out. Okay, but this is a chapter that they are supposed to learn on their own. Okay, and you might even come to know about what they are going through 3 months later, probably, or take time as a grain of salt, as they say, because time is different for everybody. It depends on each individual's frequency and manifestation abilities. But know that you will get to know later on, somewhere you will get to know that what this person is going through and how and why. Okay, not why you are supposed to understand through this video. Okay, so don't feel like super sorry for them if you get to know, and don't put yourself in guilt that I should have, I should have been with them, or I should have done something. Because if you would have done something, know that you would have just hindered the process by just trying to help them. Okay, so focus on the magic within you, focus on your manifestation abilities, focus on your intuition, because yes, I am pretty sure that whoever has selected this pile is now going to heavily focus on their intuition, in developing their intuition and intuitive abilities even more. Because the like I said before, this step that you take, you're going to add a new step of understanding energies, understanding intuition, understanding emotions at an energetic level, and then dealing with the situations accordingly. And now that this card has come up, it just confirms that. So you're going to now start developing into a person who uses intuition and manifestation as their weapons all the time. You're going to hold the two all the time. You're going to become that personality. You're working towards it, and you want to, even right now you will be resonating with it, that you somewhere want to, you have that in mind to keep the two, manifestation and intuition, and work. If you are not at the moment, you're soon going to, for sure. And like always, I usually don't read the explanation of the card till the time I actually see it. So I'm going to read it out. Ancient wisdom will find you. Listen for the whispers of the past. So ancient wisdom, and we have the third eye, your, so intuition. Okay, so intuition, your intuitive abilities are going to develop even further, and listen to the whispers of the past. So you're going to learn from the past, your past patterns of overgiving, oversharing, being too open, being too, you know, too good and too nurturing, without understanding who deserves it, without understanding the energies. Okay, so if you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe to Cosmic Nudge English. If you think that these messages will benefit anybody else, then don't hesitate to recommend the channel, and so that you get involved in the chain of divine messages, the synchronicities. Okay, so thank you and take care, and bye bye. Those who have chosen this card, then this is going to be your reading. I've already shuffled and laid down the cards for you so that we can start with the reading quickly. So it seems like the person on your mind with whom you're in separation or no contact or in less contact, wants you to feel that somewhere they are superior, they are somewhere happy, and they are liberated, because it seems like you are avoiding them. Okay, or they feel that you want to avoid them, you want to ignore them, because they feel quite ignored, and they want you to feel like they had done whatever it took for them to do. They were, submissive in the situation, in the relationship, or in the connection in some manner. The connection that you all had in the past, somewhere they are pretending as though they were the ones who were always more giving and submissive, and somewhere you were probably more dominating is what they feel, and they want you to f- feel provoked in the sense by making you feel like they are liberated now that you all are no longer together or in so much in connection, and that they are happy and they are superior and they don't care and it doesn't matter at all. Okay, so they want to somewhere feel mysterious, whereas in this case, you're the more mysterious personality when it comes to the two of you. Because, like in this card, it's mentioned a veil of mystery surrounds you, embrace the enchantment. Okay, so somewhere they know that your personality is such that you carry a lot of mystery with you. Okay, and you were such, somewhere your personality was such whether you realized it or not, but others could see it. Okay, and I'm sensing an energy of jealousy here. Okay, so they felt that the mystery that you carried, your personality had, were like, sorry, the mystery that you carried was actually a result of your diplomacy. Okay, your diplomatic nature is somewhere they feel. Okay, they don't want to recognize that mysterious, enchanting thing about you. And now that I am using these words, some of you all might feel that it's just too much. Probably, you all are not endowed with it. Okay, another big word. I'm getting, I don't know why, but you all are not endowed with it, and like it's just too much. But honestly speaking, the one who is involved may not be able to see it. Like, you cannot see your own face without a mirror or a camera, and in the mirror and camera also you see a flipped version of your face if you go to see. So like, we cannot see our own faces. There are certain aspects about us that we are actually not able to see about ourselves that others can easily see and recognize. Okay, so in this case, they did not want to recognize that mysterious persona about you, and they wanted to tell themselves that you were just being diplomatic about things. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I'm feeling like laughing because when I'm thinking about this person, I'm just feeling like laughing, like the way that they think in general. The logic that they have in general is somewhere so quirky and so laughable. Like, yeah. Anyways, so how are you feeling about this person? Let's see that. So you, somewhere you are open to looking at things in a different manner, in the sense that somewhere, I don't know why I'm getting this feeling that some of you, like 25% of you watching this video, got a clear divine message about this connection to, be like, be okay about it, be have a little letting go approach, or forgive this person or something like that, in those lines. Okay, I'm not like it, because it is different for different people, but I'm sure about one thing, that 25% of the people watching this video got this indication clearly, divine signs and synchronicities, that you are supposed to be chill about this connection and not be like overly, judgmental or something about it. Like, be like, okay, fine, fine, it is how it is just there. Okay, so just being like chill about it in that way. And for everybody of you, like most of you, it is like y'all, somewhere y'all are open to being chill about this connection. Y'all are like, okay, fine, this person is such, I am such, our personalities don't match, and it is what it is. So it's okay, it's okay. Okay, if this person or this connection is not filling up my cup, that's okay, that's simply okay, because not everything is meant to be. And I do have other connections, I do have other cups, I do have other passions and hobbies and things like that, that I need to focus on and that are my priority. So if this works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it's okay. And somewhere you're open to having an approach of mutual love and mutual respect. Okay, you're not closing or shutting your doors in that manner. So you are very much open to having mutual love and mutual respect with this person and this connection without changing the person. Okay, being accepting and without changing the person, just be in good terms, in good terms. Okay, being there where whenever the person needs help, just being there, not interfering too much, but also being available and things like that. Okay, for healing purposes, for healing, because you somewhere know that this person has a little, twisted way of thinking. And if you can provide any sort of healing to them, if you can help them in any manner, you're very much, okay to do that for them, because you're okay to do that for everybody, for most of the people around. And somewhere it could be even to establish some sense of stability. For most of you, it could be a family member that you are inquiring about, probably. And if it is such, then you are okay with doing this so that you can establish a establish some sort of stability in your home environment. And because we have the card of 10 of pentacles here. 10 of pentacles talks about family, strong foundations, solid foundations, family life, inheritance. Okay, wealth, generational wealth, inheritance, and just an abundant family life full of secured future security. Okay, so for these purposes you could be like, okay, fine, it's okay. If it means giving mutual love and trust and respect, that's okay. Okay, if it's not a family member of yours, then you are doing it so that you don't create any kind of karma that can cause instability in the long run. Okay, in this life or in any other life, you want to ensure that there is stable karmic equation between the two of you. And you don't feel insecure, this person doesn't feel insecure, there's no room for insecurity, feelings of insecurity in any way. Okay, and you all can live life in a chill normal manner as it is, and not waste your energy in getting into, stupid messes, unnecessary mess. But somewhere you are also very much aware that this person is carrying too much pessimism within. Okay, so even though you have this approach of creating mutual trust and respect and harmony for the future, for the long term, you somewhere know that this person somewhere is so pessimistic that it can most likely be a hopeless case. Okay, could be a hopeless case, most likely, as of now. As of now, why I'm saying as of now, because again, catching your energy, I'm getting that open mindedness approach, that this is not, you're not, being too rigid about forever. Like, if this is the case, then it is going to be forever. If this person is so this, he or she will be that forever. And if this kind, you don't have that. Okay, regarding this person, you are quite open, which is a very healthy thing to do, very underrated healthy thing to do. That but you know that at the moment somehow things are not aligning. Situation is not like the situations aren't aligning, this person is not aligning their energy and frequency with harmony, with optimism, with hope, with faith, with being open, with working with the subconscious mind. Okay, by being vulnerable where there needs to, like, where they need to be vulnerable, and just leaking their energy somewhere, you are aware of that. Okay, and probably they just tend to crib too much, that you get to know that they tend to crib a lot in general. Because I just looked at this little birdie here, and it's in reverse. So birds chirp, and when they chirp, they sound very nice, melodious. But since it's reversed, I'm getting like a very annoying bird sound happening in the background. So in the background, you might be knowing that they are just going like, "Kya, kya, kya, kya." Okay, they're going like that. And yeah, it's just a little irritating to the ear. That's why my ear itched. Okay, now about them. Okay, how they view you, not the connection, you. Because when I shuffled and laid down the cards here, my question was how they view you. And then my mind told me to be very careful, like to be very alert that I am talking about them, not the connection, you, how they view you, since I asked that. Okay, so that's how I'm going to read the cards now. So they do view you as somebody who is quite established, okay? Whether you believe it or not, in their perspective, how they look at you, you're quite established, okay? When it comes to life in general. Now that mainly it could be your career, mainly it could be, if not, actually stability is the biggest term here, okay? Stability. Now under this umbrella term of stability, I will start saying how they feel. Whether you believe it, that it's true for you or not, doesn't matter. This is how the person looks at you, okay? How they feel. So they feel that you are very big on stability. Okay, you have a lot of stability in life. And this is the point where this person actually feels vengeful. Okay, because they realize that they are somewhere insignificant. They feel like, not realize, but they feel that they are insignificant. Okay, in general, they have this insecurity or feeling insignificant. They feel very, very scared of feeling insignificant. Okay. Now, with your aura, with your mysterious aura and enchantment and things like that, you pop out. Okay. You pop up. So you appear very big in general, especially to them. Okay. So they feel that you are quite noticed. You're among people. People notice you. You are very, very stable when it comes to your career, when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your abundance, the way you get things, whatever you want in life, you get it. Okay, mainly that. You have a lot of stable energy. You feel very abundant. Okay, if this is a family member reading, and if you resonated with the word inheritance and wealth, then wealth, the fruits of wealth and inheritance that you get, the benefits that you get, the family benefits that you get, somewhere they feel that you're favored, even though you're not, okay, in the situation, but they want to feel like that just to cry. Oh, sorry, too much honesty. I was too honest by saying that, but yeah. Okay. And okay, and they do feel that you have a foot of a warrior, legs of a warrior, cannot be cut, cannot be. Okay, so there was this situation between the two of you where they tried to cut your foundation, your foot, your leg, so that you feel bruised, you don't progress, you feel you collapse. Okay, but what you did, you actually wore a prosthetic leg. Okay, you wore that, which made your legs even stronger. So, like Iron Man, okay. So, not having a heart and putting that thing, and then, being even more stronger, you did that because you have this warrior energy, and is what they feel, and you too, somewhere. And you, now that leg cannot be cut because now that's metallic, that's now, it cannot be cut, it's too strong. And they can see that karma, they can see it. So when they look at you, each time that they look at you, each time that they think about you, they cannot get over this fact that when your legs were cut, when your foundation was cut, when they did certain things to hinder your progress, you turned that into your strength, and now you wear it like your armor, like your jewelry, like your accessory, like something that just pops up. Even though you don't try to do that, you never do. And good chances when I'm saying this, you are not able to, relate it to the extent of that popping up extent to the, like, that thing to the extent of what they see. So they see it as too bright, too there. Okay. Whereas you don't try to even do that. And they're like, they I don't know how to say this. on YouTube, but I got the sentence that they lose 50% of their shit by just knowing, like remembering that, or recognizing that, or looking at that armor. Whenever they look at you, whenever they look at your personality, whenever they think about you, they lose 50% of their shit in just this one thing that you gained and acquired. And they know that now they cannot cut it. They cannot, like, this is a person who's unbeatable. Okay. So, having said that, you are somebody, again, very stable, very promising, very reliable. People often rely on you a lot. Okay. They find you quite disciplined, even though you might find yourself as not at all disciplined, not at all consistent, being like, oh yeah, moody, whatever. Because I'm getting a feeling that you will be relating to these words more, inconsistency and whatever. But they feel that you're very disciplined, very consistent, because when it comes to they have this tendency, or this mindset of comparing themselves with you all the time. So when when they compare themselves with you, in front of them you appear to be somebody very very reliant, very very disciplined, very very consistent, very very focused, very very hardworking, very very does what it takes, even if it's boring. Okay. Extremely reliable, goal oriented. They feel that you have a very strict routine, a timetable, which you don't, okay, in general, but they feel that you do. Why? Because of the way you come off as somebody who is so reliable, and so this and so that, and who has achieved this and that and this and that. So they feel that you have achieved all these things because probably you are so consistent and disciplined and hardworking, and they cannot be that. They cannot be that. Okay. So, and they get too bothered. Let me tell you this thing, they do get very very bothered, like they cannot even probably sleep at night peacefully. I'm not exaggerating if I say that before sleeping they think about you, they compare, and then they feel miserable about themselves and feel very insignificant and feel as though they are too low and too shallow. And because they think such, they become, because what do you think you become, right? So they are not originally, probably they weren't such people, but because they keep reinforcing such thoughts about themselves, such beliefs, they do act and say and think things like, which are like too weird and too out of place and too unnecessary. Okay. And even dangerous, like pessimistic to a dangerous extent. And this person has comfort. It's not like this person doesn't, because I'm getting drawn to the pattern of the bed sheet. Okay. So it's a beautiful bed sheet. Like so they do have comfort, they have beauty in their life, they have whatever you have, they do have those resources. When it comes to resources, yes, they do. But they feel that they don't, because their energy is too much occupied with the energy that you carry, that they don't have. So they often feel that they lack resources, but actually they lack the energy that you carry. And they themselves can get that energy provided they work on it, like you did, right? But they don't want to work on it, and they feel a sense of emptiness, a sense of imbalance, and they have somewhere, their mind has thought that it is an imbalance of resources, whereas it was an imbalance of this thing, your energy. Okay. Your aura. Very karmic relationship you all have, highly, because these two came as side notes. Okay, the wheel of fortune reversed and the judgment upright. So one thing I want to tell you is that this person is a very strong karma of yours, a karma that doesn't look pleasing, that doesn't look fortunate, okay, that brings in episodes of misfortune in a way. Okay, something that you think that if you actually go to see, in case if this person or this personality was not in your life would have been like far more fortunate. is what you feel. But understand that this is karma, okay? And your karma is coming off in the form of wheel of fortune reversed, and you are being guided heavily, okay? So a divine judgment is being passed to make everything fine, to clear all your karmas, to clear this energy completely, to learn the lessons, to learn what this person brings, because even this person is playing a different role in your life, which will help you in you creating more mystery around you, mysterious, you know, nice enchanting energy. Whether you believe it or not, this person is actually, by playing this role, somewhere supporting your spiritual growth, somewhere supporting a journey which strengthens your auric field, okay? So that you rise above, you make others rise above, okay? Also, this person feels like you do certain charities. Probably you are a person who's very charitable, or some sort of service, you do social service. If not, then in general you are a charitable person by nature, okay? Is what they feel, like you have abundance and you have enough to give to others as well, okay? And overall, you are a person who's like extremely emotionally satisfied and living a luxurious life full of comfort. All they can see is stability and comfort when they look at you. And though they have comfort, they don't feel stable. So that's their report, mental report, okay? Now let's see the future of this connection. Please tell the please tell the future of this. Okay, so you are going to, this person is not wrong when they think about you, okay? Whatever they think, they are basically admirers, but admirers in a pessimistic persona, okay? You're going to rock the world. You're going to become somebody, like you're going to be the queen. You're going to be queen of pentacles. You're going to acquire a lot of abundance. You're going to keep enjoying and keep, blossoming even more. You're going to blossom. Like the same lines, whatever I narrated about you, your personality, it's going to be the same, but it's going to keep getting better and better and better and better. And you know what? Another thing that I got about this, like you will reach a point and you will come to that, and somewhere, maybe, okay, even now, as I'll say this, that you won't be miserly enough, like you won't step back in breaking a share of your thing, what you acquired, what you did, and everything, just to give to them out of compassion. Out of compassion. Your pentacle, a part of your pentacle, a part of your valuable things that you acquired, you will, break, and you'll be like, okay, you want it, right? You want it. Take it. Take it. Fine. I'll keep this and you keep that. Fine. And that will be you being a bigger person here, to be honest, and genuinely like a good, like not to show off, not to make the other one feel inferior. And this person, the pace at which, like, this person is going to feel very bruised, like their karma is going to come back to them, okay? So whatever energetic arrows that they are throwing at you energetically, vibrationally, by thinking about you in a negative manner, or in whatever, in a vengeful or depleting manner, it's going to come back to them, which will hinder their progress, because this is the chariot card. This person, personality is or that of a charioteer, the one who progresses, having a victory mindset, okay? They are going to, the chariot, basically, here, if you go to see, this charioteer is without a chariot. So the resources that they have now, even, they might get zapped out of it as a result of the karma. I don't want to say that, but it is like, it's visible, okay? And energetically also, their arrows might come to them and stab their back, their own back. And this is going to be a spiritual cleansing period that they will go through, okay, with the hermit written on it. And it is something that they'll have to deal with it alone, to be honest. Like, even if you want to help them out, or anybody wants to help them out, they cannot, because the part of the lesson is going to be that they do it all by themselves and alone, and they realize it, understand, and keep walking forward even without their chariot, keep, moving forward. It's going to be a spiritual payback and a spiritual cleansing period that they have to deal by all by themselves. During that time, you might be able to see them go through this, to be honest. Like, I can see them go through like this, and you might be offering what you have, a part of what you have acquired. Could be money, could be help, could be generosity, could be good vibes, could be anything. Your presence could be in any form, okay, that you have acquired. You would be willing to offer to them, to help them out, and be like, okay, if you need it, here it is, take it. But then they will even realize somewhere, I'm feeling the goodness that you are offering, and they'll be like, no, this is my own shit. And they might feel too low, but not in a negative manner low, but low in the sense like, yeah, it's my thing, like it's my like, I did, this person is not as bad as I thought. It's just me being, thinking like a loser all this while. Somewhere they will know, even though if they don't actively keep thinking about it, they will know from this very act, because they will know that you did not, there was no need for you to do it, and still you did it. And at that point of time, they might not take it as diplomacy like they usually do. So whatever good that you do, they usually take it as an act of diplomacy, okay. But then this time, because they will be too humbled by their own arrows, karmic arrows, they'll be too humble to pass a judgment on you at that time. Because truth reveals itself, okay. Now that's a different case, whether they will turn a blind eye to it or not in the future or what, we don't know. But there will be an episode where they will, again, the truth will reveal itself, and they'll have to somewhere admit it to themselves that, yeah, you are a nice person. So, if this reading helped you in any way, then please like, share, and subscribe to Cosmic Nudge English. I also do tarot readings, like the mini readings on Instagram. So, do follow Cosmic Nudge English on Instagram as well. And if you are well versed with Hindi language, then I have another page on YouTube, Cosmic Nudge Hindi, and another one on Instagram as Cosmic Nudge Hindi. So, yeah. Feel free to follow it and take care. Bye bye.